नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
ॐ नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय।
Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 1, Chapter 2, Text 19. Tada Rajaha Tamaha Bhavaha Kama Lobha Adayaha Cha Ye Chetaha Etai Anavidham Stitham Satve Prasidati Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lobha Dayascha Ye Chete Eter Anavidham Stitham Satve Prasidati Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lobha Dayascha Ye Cheta Eterana Vidham Stitham Satve Prasidati Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lobha Dayascha Ye Cheta Eterana Vidham Stitham Satve Prasidati Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lobha Dayascha Ye Cheta Eterana Vidham Stitham Satve Prasidati
Tada Rajastamo Bhava
Kama Lobha Dayascha Ye
Cheta Eterana Vidham
Stitham Satve Prasidati
Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lobha Dayascha Ye Cheta Eterana Vidham Stitham Satve Prasidati
Rajastamo Bhava
Kama Lobha Dayascha Ye Cheta Eterana Vidham
Stitham Satve Prasidati
Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lobha Dayascha Ye Cheta Eterana Vidham Stitham Satve Prasidati
Tada Rajastamo Bhava Kama Lobha Dayascha Ye Cheta Eterana Vidham Stitham Satve Prasidati
Tada at that time Raja in the mode of passion, Tamaha the mode of ignorance, Bhavaha the situation, Kama lust and desire, Lobha hankering, Adayaha others, Cha and Ye whatever they are, Chetaha the mind,
the mind,
etai, by these, anavidham, without being affected, sthitham, being fixed, sattve, in the mode of goodness, prasidati, thus becomes fully satisfied. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Translation: as soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire and hankering, disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in goodness and he becomes completely happy. Purport: a living being in his normal constitutional position is fully satisfied in spiritual bliss. This state of existence is called Brahma Bhuta or Atmanandi, or the state of self-satisfaction. This self-satisfaction is not like the satisfaction of the inactive fool. The inactive fool is in the state of foolish ignorance, whereas the self-satisfied Atmanandi is transcendental to the material state of existence. This stage of perfection is attained as soon as one is fixed in irrevocable devotional service. Devotional service is not inactivity, but the unalloyed activity of the soul. The soul's activity becomes adulterated in contact with matter, and as such the diseased activities are expressed in the form of lust, desire, hankering, inactivity, foolishness and sleep. The effect of devotional service becomes manifest by complete elimination of these effects of passion and ignorance. The devotee is fixed at once in the mode of goodness, and he makes further progress to rise to the position of Vasudeva, or the state of unmixed sattva or Shuddha sattva. Only in this Shuddha sattva state can one always see Krishna eye to eye by dint of pure affection for the Lord. A devotee is always in the mode of unalloyed goodness, therefore he harms no one. But the non-devotee, however educated he may be, is always harmful. A devotee is neither foolish nor passionate. The harmful, foolish and passionate cannot be devotees. Cannot be devotees of the Lord. However, they may advertise themselves as devotees by outward dress. A devotee is always qualified with all good qualities of God. Quantitatively, such qualifications may be different, but qualitatively, both the Lord and His devotee are one and the same. Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin Iti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunimadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasani Gaura Bhaktavinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. Tada rajastamo bhava kama lobhadayaschaye cheta ete rana vidham sthitam sattve prasidati. As soon as irrevocable loving service is established in the heart, the effects of nature's modes of passion and ignorance, such as lust, desire and hankering, disappear from the heart. Then the devotee is established in goodness and he becomes completely happy. In the purport it's saying, a living being in his normal constitutional position is fully satisfied in spiritual bliss. This is called the Brahma Bhuta, Atmanandi platform. So information comes that we are meant to be happy. We are meant to be in a happy state. That's our normal state. That's not a surprise. No one wants to be sad. We are seeking happiness. But then what happened? Why aren't we happy? Chaitanya Charitamrita says, we forgot Krishna. Krishna bhuli se jeev anadi bahri mukha ataiva maya tare deya sansara dukha. We forgot Krishna. We turned away. Anadi bahri mukha. Anadi, long time ago. Ataiv maya tare deya sansara dukha. So we are being given suffering by Maya Shakti. Anadi, it is very long time ago. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says, Anadi karma phale Podi bhavarnava jale, tari bare na dekhi upai. From I am undergoing a chain of fruitive reactions from anadi, from a very long time ago. Fruitive reaction. That is, I desire to enjoy something, then I get a reaction for that. And the reaction also makes me desire again to do that action. And again I do it. And it's going on like that. So this is called chain of karmic action. It's a chain, just like a chain. One is linked to another, it's a link. So the karma I do is forcing me to do another action, and this is going on. So Bhaktivinoda Thakur is praying, Anadi karma phale, Podi bhavarnava jale. I have fallen into this ocean of fruitive activity. I'm being forced to enjoy the body and this world. I'm being forced. Tari bare na dekhi upai. I don't see a way out. But if someone reaches that platform, that's also knowledge. That I am suffering, I want to get out. Who's thinking that? That's hardly. So due to fruitive reactions, I am now in the material world and I want to get out. This is knowledge. It's the beginning of human life. From the beginning of creation, we are engaged in fruitive activities because desire was there and so we are doing it. But how did that desire come? Because I did it before. So again, I have to do it. But how did that come? Because I desired and I did it. And so it's going on like that. And there's a chain, this fruitive reaction. This is very technical philosophy. Bhagavatam is revealing technically why, how this is, before coming to the solution. It's very technical to understand. We cannot compare these shastras to any other. Sometimes we say, okay, all the books are one, all different shastras, within Vedas and out of Vedas. But this is deeply philosophical, giving us details how we are trapped, how we are going on suffering due to our wrong desires. Durashaya, wrong materialistic desires are making us suffer. What is the cause of this confinement? It's desire, wrong desires. Krishna mentions about our senses, Tani Sarvani Sangyamya Yukta Sita Matpara. Engage them in me, engage your senses and mind in me. We are not doing that. So our cause of bondage is these material desires. It all comes down to desire, consciousness. Karmatmakam yana sharira bandha. So long as we have desires, then it will build our next body. We'll create another chain of fruitive activity. This consciousness of aham mameti, I am conscious, aham, I, everything I will enjoy, I will earn, I have to be in charge, I. And mameti, it's mine, this is mine, that is mine. It starts off with our own desire, attachment to this body. That is attachment. There's also big attachment. Attachment for the body is a big attachment. But then if it gets further implicated and trapped when one attaches to another body, a female body. Pumsa striya mithuni bhavam etam tayo mito hridaya grantyahu. So when one becomes attracted to a woman, and that means marriage, not, So when that happens, then tayo mito hridaya granti ahu, then a knot is tied between the hearts of them. Ato hridaya grantya, etam tayo hridaya granti ahu. So that knot binds them, that now I'm attached to me, my body, then I'm attached to this body. Ato griha ksheta sataptavite janasya moho ayam aham mameti. Then what happens? Then children. So I'm attached to my body, my pen, my phone, then this body, then other bodies come out, children. So I'm attached to this body, that body. But if you need children, then you have to have a field. Kshetra means business, money, griha, house, griha, kshetra, sutta, then children. Actually said that. Sutta. Apta, relatives. Then I am attached to myself, this body, that body, this body, then the house, then the business, then the car. Janasya moho ayam aham mameti. So it says, in this way, one increases the illusion. Janasya moho ayam aham mameti. In the beginning it was only my body. Now it increased. Aham mameti. So the consciousness, when it's on me, mine, this is binding us to take birth again. It should not be like that. It should be Ishavasimidam Sarvam. Everything belongs to God, even me. I am a servant of God. I am an eternal part of Krishna, meant for his service. But we are not thinking like that. Ishwaraham, aham bhogi. I am enjoyer, I am the controller. So that consciousness causes one to take birth again. That desire. But the jiva, that desire, that is called samsara. Yaya shetagya sa veshtita nirpa sarvagya. Vishnu Puran explains that the jiva, shetagya sa veshtita nirpa sarvagya, samsara tapan akhilan avabnoti atra santatan. The kshetragya, the soul, becomes covered by Maya. Veshtita nirpa sarvagya. He is fully knowledgeable, but veshtita, he becomes covered. Samsara tapan akhilan. And he suffers all kind of different sufferings due to Maya. Why? Why? Because of the wrong desire. Desire comes down to material desire. We have pure activities. Jiva has pure activities which cause no suffering, no reactions. That is here mentioned. The living being in his normal constitutional position is fully satisfied in spiritual bliss. And what else it says about activity? The soul's activity becomes adulterated in contact with matter. As such, diseased activities are expressed. So our pure activity is activity meant for Krishna. That is blissful. There is no need to seek any other happiness or perfection or balance, because the activities are so blissful. If they are for Krishna, if they are spiritual, then the activity is so blissful. But what happened? The activities have become adulterated in contact with matter. Contact with matter means when the activity is not for Krishna. So it becomes adulterated. Adulterated is English word meaning some impurity is there in the pure thing. Impurity or pollution. Kalmasha. So as these activities are adulterated, then other things manifest. Calm, anger, greed, envy, lust is first. So these things manifest. They manifested because one is contaminated with Maya, the guna. So the guna has now made his pure spiritual activity into material activities. And that is painful. That is painful. So the jiva understands. And one who comes to knowledge, he understands anadi karma phale. Due to my fruitive actions, I'm getting reactions, forcing me again to do those actions. Bhavarnava jale, I fell in this material ocean a long time ago, and I can't get out. Tari bare na dekhyo bai upai. I cannot see how to come out of the suffering. How to come out of suffering. Material adjustments are made. More money. Solve the health problem, whatever people do to get happiness. But that's not the way. Na dekhu pai. People, one who comes to knowledge understands there is no way to come out of this suffering on the material platform. Materially we cannot come out. We have to come on the spiritual platform. So the pure activities, those are very satisfying. A living being in his normal constitutional position is fully satisfied in spiritual bliss. This state of existence is called Brahma Bhuta or Atmanandi. We simply have to go back to that position. Don't seek happiness. Go back to the position. Go to the root cause. Change your desire. Change your consciousness. Don't go looking for happiness. Don't be cheated and look for beauty outside. I heard this. Because the most beautiful object is in your heart. Paramatma. Krishna. Most beautiful object. It's there. Why are you going looking here and there outside for some other beauty? Nothing more beautiful. When we perform the spiritual activities, that satisfaction cannot be rivaled with anything material. There is no material thing which can give us that same satisfaction, peacefulness, happiness. This is the Sattva, Shuddha Sattva platform. Shuddha Sattva, pure goodness. So anyway, effect of our existence is now adulterated by the Maya. The effect of devotional service becomes manifest by elimination of the effects of this guna. When passion and ignorance are destroyed, then bhakti manifests. But also, when we begin to do bhakti, passion and ignorance fade away. Bhakti, basically. Devotional service. So how can the eternal soul, who is spiritual by nature, he is not at all material, how can he think that he is material? This is called propaganda. You know, in the material world, they do this. Somebody may think that because of propaganda, someone may be cheated to think that he's Indian. He's thinking, I'm European. I have to talk English. I have to wear European clothes, British clothes. Due to brainwash education, people can change their way of thinking. Total change of thinking. This is called propaganda. Sometime from a young age, someone is put in a kind of school and then they develop a certain way of thinking. Or from young age, we are exposed to media. So the media is very powerful because government or Purva Paksha, other side, not our government, another government, can influence people by media. They can influence. They can publish things in the newspaper or in the news to make people think certain things. And then they grow up thinking it's like this. From some discussions with some people I found, there seems to be concerted effort, for example, just giving example of this idea of propaganda, how you can change someone's mind to something else. Seems to be concerted effort here in India to make it look like it's very unsafe for women. So whenever they find anything, they'll put on the front page and just continue with that news for a long time. India is not safe for women. Vedic culture is demeaning women, all these things. So it's some politics, because Indian culture is beginning to dominate and spread, and in politics it's called soft power. That without getting an army and conquering, but the culture is going around and conquering through meditation, yoga, and generally the cultural and religious traits are spreading. So how they're trying to do that? Through the media, through newspaper, news, and movies, that this culture is demeaning for women, or women are not safe in India, things like that. So this is propaganda, and you can make somebody think something which is not by constantly doing that. So this is on a material platform. Spiritually also. Spiritually, the person walking on the road, he's thinking that he's Gujarati, Rajasthani or Kannadiga. He's not. He's a servant of God. He's a soul. He has nothing to do with this world. Nothing to do, well, he has, in the sense that it's an energy of Krishna and he's energy of Krishna. Nothing to do with the country, the family, society. We are souls. We have nothing to do. But This is whatever propaganda we try to do in our material world. There's another more powerful propaganda. And that powerful propaganda is called Maya. It can change our mind completely to make us think we are something else. We are not that, but we think we are. Bhagavatam speaks about that when Vyasadeva was about to compose Srimad Bhagavatam, compile or write Srimad Bhagavatam, he closed his eyes and saw Supreme Personality of Godhead, and he saw Maya. So Sutta Goswami explains nature of Maya. Yaya samohito jiva atma trigunatmakam paropi manute deivat tat kritam chabibhadyate. That the jiva, paro, he is superior to matter. He has nothing to do with the body and this world. Yaya samohito jiva, but the Maya has bewildered this jiva. It's very subtle. It will enter into the intelligence and the mind and the consciousness. It entered there. Outside I can see if something is wrong, but inside I cannot see. I think everything is okay. Yaya samohito jiva atma trigunatmakam paropi. Although this jiva is superior to matter, but paropi manute, he's thinking I'm a matter, I'm this matter, I'm the body, I'm belonging to this caste or this family, this country. Paropi, but he's not, he's greater, because Krishna says in Gita, aparayamitastvanyam prakritim vidhi me param. Bhutamahabhava, yeah, that's okay, first two lines. So first two lines, what does it say? Before that Krishna explained, I have my separated material energies, 8 of them. But there's some other energy which is superior. Apara itastonyam prakritim vidhi me param. There's another energy of mine which is superior to this. That means I'm not the body and I'm not matter. Gita is very clear. We are soul, and soul is superior to the matter. We are superior. So, paropi manute deva tatkritam chabibhadyate. That yaya samohito jiva, that Maya has managed to, well, it will manage because it's Krishna's energy, to turn the consciousness of jiva and make him think he's something else, totally. He can make him think he's a mosquito. Maya can turn someone's mind and make him think that he's controller. I'm earning, I'm in control. Maya can make you think that I'm Australian. Atma trigunatmakam tatkritam chabibhadyate. Then what happens? Paropi manute devat tatkritam chabibhadyate. That he becomes subject to the effects of the body and the world. He becomes like cold. Now I feel cold, now I feel hot. I feel pain. But this is flesh. The flesh is not, I'm not the flesh, I'm the soul. Why am I feeling the pain? Physically or mentally, because I misidentified with the body because of the Shakti of Maya. Because of that Shakti. But why did Maya do that? Because our desire is to enjoy. So Maya will change our mind. This is the most powerful propaganda. We have propaganda in this world, but look at this. Completely turn around and think that I'm this body, I'm part of this world. Let me enjoy the body. But what happened? I'm not enjoying. Because you're not the body. It's a piece of flesh. Like, unfortunately, we go on the road and we see some flesh hanging. Which you want? I want this piece, that piece. People are cutting and cooking it. So that piece of flesh has nothing to do with me, isn't it? And they're cutting that flesh and we're looking. This has nothing to do with me also. It has nothing to do. But because of yaya samohito jiva, because Maya has sammohit, has put us. Sammohit. Mohit means bewildered. Sammohit means completely bewildered, completely no trace of any knowledge of Krishna. That is due to our own desire. The effect of devotional service removes this propaganda. This Maya tool reduces when we do bhakti. Why? Because when we do bhakti, our desire is to serve. So now Maya is thinking that's your desire, and whatever is our desire, that Maya will fulfill. Now your desire is to serve. You cannot do that in a bewildered condition. So to the degree we want to serve Krishna, that Maya is removed. The guna is removed. If our intense desire, then it's removed fully. If we have some desire, then it's removed half. And this is the way to stop the suffering. The karmic chain of fruitive reaction. This is the way. Stitam sattve prasidati. Prasidati means happy. How? Come in sattva guna. Become happy. This is the method is given. Looks little technical. It is. It's not some simple Bhagavad Dharma is highest. It's giving the full explanation. So gradually, as one's more interest is there to serve Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga, then he becomes happy because the modes withdraw and he gets knowledge and he gets detachment. He basically gets the tools he needs to serve. The tools he obtains. Otherwise, if the desire is the opposite, then it will be covered. And we cannot cheat Maya, we cannot cheat Paramatma. Externally we can show, but within Paramatma knows everything and makes the arrangement. So our consciousness is important. The consciousness has to be changed. A transformation of consciousness has to come. We are not concerned so much about, we are concerned about body, senses, mind, intelligence, but consciousness. It's not our service in bhakti also. If it's mechanical, it will have a different effect. Two people bow down. One is being bowed down because everyone is doing it, I'll do it. Other is bowing down, I want to pay obeisance to the Supreme Personality of Godhead who has saved me, and my spiritual master is guiding me to surrender and serve him. He's my eternal master. That mood and another mood, that's different. It's not the same. So when the consciousness is proper, then even our bhakti devotional service is transformed. It's very important. So the consciousness is needed to change. So for that, desire has to change. How do you change your desire? By hearing why we have to do this. If we read Prabhupada's purports, we see with a gada, with a mace, he's smashing every purport to surrender. You rascal, surrender, give up material sense gratification. Rascal, fool, stop it. Animal, you're animal on a material platform. So Prabhupada mercifully has given us the medicine we need. So when we read the purport again, he's reminding, surrender. This world is temporary. Why are you seeking happiness here? Donkey. And whatever else he calls, mudha. So Prabhupada, he will change our desire. If we regularly come in contact and allow him to preach to our mind, our intelligence, then intelligence becomes strong, then we can overcome mind, senses. And because, as Prabhupada writes in the chapter 3 of Bhagavad Gita in one purport, because intelligence is the next door neighbor of the consciousness is forced to change then. Because intelligence got convinced, oh, this is what I have to do. Okay, do it. We have to do that. So the desire has to change. Desire has to change. Regularly we come in contact with Prabhupada's words and Bhagavatas, their words, and Bhagavatam's words. Then one can actually change his desire. When desire is changed, then the desire to serve, then tada rajas tamo bhava, kama lobha dayasche, the rajagun tamogun withdraw. Our suffering is because of the modes. Our suffering cannot be counteracted by material happiness. That is also suffering. In material life, sadness is suffering and happiness is suffering. In spiritual life, the happiness is happiness and the sadness is also happiness. It's on the Shuddha Sattva platform. There is no Rajagun, Tamagun. Therefore, as Prabhupada said, that when Krishna left the gopis, when he left to Mathura, they were suffering, but they were not. In one way, they were not. They were even more in more bliss, even although there was separation. But that's a higher principle of bhakti, serving in separation, which is the foundation of Gaudiya Siddhanta. Also, service to Guru in separation by serving his instruction, that is a higher principle. And so that system is there, that the spiritual master at some point unmanifests. They don't die, they unmanifest. At some point, as Prabhupada said, disciple, he has to become Guru. Guru means maybe not initiating, but now he has to guide, he has to take that stage. Now everyone is children, we are being led by some authority. But the day will come, we have to also. So for that stage, one has to come on the proper level. By performing devotional service, these modes are withdrawn. And when the modes withdraw, what else happens? Here it says, Tada rajastamo bhava kama lobha dayascha ye. Lust, desire, anger, and others are there, and other, etc. All these negative qualities withdraw, they go. Stress, depression, overthinking, all these problems, anxiety, everything is a product of the modes. And the modes have to withdraw, and modes will withdraw if we begin to desire to serve Krishna. That will come when we understand, we have to do it. Or we experience some spiritual bliss and then we start to pursue that by performing bhakti through some spiritual experience or through philosophical understanding that this is what I have to do. Then when desire changes, Maya will not work against our desire. It works with our desire. Oh, you want to enjoy this world? Okay, I'll bewilder you. I don't want to enjoy this world. I want to serve Guru and Krishna. Okay, then I have no business with you. That is the philosophical understanding here, it's mentioned. Factually speaking, as it says here a devotee is always in the mode of unalloyed goodness, therefore he harms no one. Actually, only a devotee is peaceful, because only a devotee has no desire. We say that there are other transcendentalists like yogis, jnanis and bhaktas. But as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, Sakale Ashan, they all have desires. Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi, Kami, they have desires. Because one desire is bhukti, bhok, material sense gratification, the karmi. Bhukti, Mukti, one desires liberation. Oh, you have a desire, yes, I want to liberate from this material world. We don't, devotees, well, in a deeper way, we don't scare people in the beginning, but later on, we should not desire even to get liberated. We just desire to serve Sri Guru and serve Krishna. That's the desire of the devotee, which is desireless, because it's not really, it's my desire, it's desire of the Supreme, which I am satisfying. So, Bhukti, desire for sense gratification. Mukti, desire for liberation. That also makes one disturbed. I have to get what I want. What do you want? Liberation. I have to get it. I have to endeavor, and someone comes in the way of that, then anger comes. Bhukti, Mukti, Siddhi. Yogis desire some Siddhi. That's all desire. Sakale Ashan, they are not going to be peaceful because they have desire. Krishna Bhakta Nishkam, but the devotee is Nishkam, not having desire. Therefore, Ateva Shant, he is peaceful. Only a devotee can be peaceful. Therefore, we understand in this world, if we want to become happy, if we want to become peaceful, we must begin to go to our original position of bhakti, devotional service. When these modes disappear, our activities are not adulterated anymore. It's pure, it's under the spiritual energy, internal energy. That is spiritual activity. So they're always blissful. And for devotee, for example, someone is desiring liberation and something has come in the way of his liberation, he'll get angry, or he'll become an anxiety. Or yogi. But for devotee, if some obstacle comes, he understands that everything is working under Krishna, under the internal energy. So even this has come from Krishna. So he's peaceful. Okay, so I'll go the other way. I'm going this way. The block has come, then I'll go this way. This was my plan. It's not being done. So I'll endeavor to do it. It's not possible. Krishna's plan. And why not? He's all powerful. He can do or undo anything. So in that way, he's not disturbed by any obstacle, anything. But others are disturbed. So in this way, we can see philosophically also, theoretically, that only to attain full freedom from all disturbances in the heart, that one has to endeavor just to come back to original state of pleasing Krishna. So this is what this verse is saying, because it is the action of reading Srimad Bhagavatam or hearing Krishna Katha, hearing about Krishna, which is causing this chain reaction which we are going through now. And it's finishing off here by saying that Cheter Eter Anavidham, from the consciousness, these modes withdraw. Then Stitvam Sattve Prasidati, we become happy. Happiness means we come out of these material desires automatically. And of course, more, that's Brahmabhuta platform. Then actually bhakti begins. Brahmabhuta prasanatma na shochitinya khankshati sama sarveshu bhuteshu mad bhaktim labate param. Then don't stop there. Now your desire has gone because material desires. Next now we have to awaken spiritual desire. Desire to serve Sri Guru and Sri Gauranga. Desire to serve their mission. Then Shuddha Sattva, Sitvam Sattve Prasidati. Okay, I'm happy, I'm in Sattvagun. But now the next verse will show how Shuddha Sattva, that Sattvagun which is free from contamination of the modes, which is only possible on a spiritual platform. Shuddha Sattva. Because if we want to come in contact with Krishna, then we have to come to the Shuddha Sattva platform, which is what Lord Shiva was told Sati when she decided to go to the Daksha Yajna. So he said, no, the result of Daksha getting angry with him is because he did not bow down. He said, but I'm always bowing down to Paramatma in my mind. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. I am in the Shuddha Sattva platform, free from guna. Sattvam Vishuddham Vasudeva Shabditam. That's known as the Vasudeva state. Sattve chatasmin Bhagavan Vasudevo. And in that state, hiyadokshaje me namasa dhiyeta. In that state, namasa, I'm always bowing down to the Supreme Lord in that state. So that is the Shuddha Sattva state. And gradually, as we come and become free from the modes, we can come on the spiritual platform. By constantly hearing the Bhagavad and contemplating the subject matter, trying to understand philosophy, and this way coming in contact with Krishna, we can come back to the original state. Hare Krishna. Any question? Yes?
Oh, we were discussing that we don't feel the pains and pressure of the body because we are not no more have connection with this.
Yes.
But no, just we learn that theoretically we know that we are not the body, we are spirit, so part and parcel of Krishna.
Yeah.
But still, why we are feeling the pains and pressure?
Theoretically, because you see, as Prabhupada says, it's not enough to know I am not the body, but you have to act on that platform. I realize I am a soul. Now act on soul level, but we are not. We are acting on body level. I am not the body, but let me enjoy some sense gratification. I know theoretically, but I'm not acting. Acting means doing bhakti and acting in my role as a soul servant of Krishna. So we have to, you can record this. We have to act on that platform, not just know it. Then that realization comes. Action in knowledge gives realization. Other question? Yes.
Mayavadis will attain Brahmajyoti.
Yeah.
Who are
No.
Okay.
Brahmavadis attain.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then Mayavadis?
Krishna Aparadi. I heard once they become a stone or trees. Anyway, finish your question. Let's see what is.
Then who are the persons who decided to merge with the Supreme? And what will happen when they merge with the Supreme? Will they lose their identity? Or because the Supreme body is all blissful, they will also enjoy that bliss.
Well, distinction between Mayavadi and Brahmavadi, use this for record. The distinction between Brahmavadi and Mayavadi, this first of all, that both are Brahmavadis in the sense both are accepting an impersonal form of God, but the Brahmavadi doesn't have knowledge. He's doing it out of ignorance, lack of realization. And so, when he gets that knowledge, he may change. Who changed? Shukadeva Goswami, 4 Kumaras, they were Brahmavadis. Yeah. Now Mayavadi, even getting knowledge, and he rejects, and not only but blasphemes, goes against. Okay, so now what happens when someone merges? When they merge into the Brahma Jyoti, they don't anymore have facility to act. They're just having a